Welcome to Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Season 1 of Pantheon. Pantheon is an animated show that first aired on AMC and is now getting a second life on Netflix, and it is phenomenal. I appreciate you watching the rest of this video, but this show is amazing, and you should absolutely go watch it. With shows like Pantheon and Arcane and Vox Machina and Blue-Eyed Samurai and Invincible and Castlevania and Scavenger's Reign, I am convinced that we are in a golden age of thoughtful, complicated, fun stories told through one of the most creative mediums available. Just let talented storytellers and artists have creative control over every single frame and get the most amazing, introspective, creative, genre-bending stories out there. Pantheon is a story about the concept of uploaded intelligence. What would happen if you could upload a person's brain, their memories, their feelings, their knowledge to the cloud? Are they still human? What limitations would they have? How would they interact with the real world? Is their world not real? Will corporate greed immediately destroy any good that could come out of it? Yes. To that one. These are the questions at the center of Pantheon. The show itself follows a few characters who are all in different ways impacted by this concept of uploaded intelligence, either because of a family member, personal involvement, or, well, I don't want to spoil it. This show features a lot of very complicated and nuanced relationships between parent and child or between partners, and this show just nails all of them. It's so easy in these stories to make characters that feel one-dimensional as they fade into the background of the main concept, of the main plot. You usually see this with moms in a lot of shows, where the whole character of mom is just a collection of tropes of things that moms do. But here, it feels like every character was thought through, even if they don't get as much screen time, even if they're like a background character. It's clear exactly what they want or how complicated they are, and it's brought to life so amazingly well by the fantastic voice acting. There is some serious talent behind the voices in this show, and I'm so baffled by how little this show was marketed. This couldn't have been a cheap production, and the chronically online person that I am, I've never even heard about this show before it hit Netflix a few weeks ago, and odds are neither have you. Season 1 is 8 episodes long, with each being about 45 minutes, so it's a pretty quick watch, and it's worth every second. This is definitely one of those shows where you don't have to be an animation fan to enjoy it. It's just like when you have friends who don't play board games and you want to show them that board games can be more than Monopoly, which is a bad game, then you play something simple but genius like Deep Sea Adventure, and all of a sudden they're like, holy shit, board games can make me feel things. Pantheon has a lot of familiar tropes in the setting, in the school, the difficult relationship between teenagers and their parents, and then it layers on the core concept of the show so beautifully when you're already hooked on the characters. And the sci-fi concept itself here, obviously there's a lot of like tech hand-waving to make things make sense, or maybe, I don't know, it's tech that absolutely makes sense if you're an ultra-smart engineer, but whatever it is, it never felt like it's too much for me. It all sort of made sense. And the characters in this show do such a good job at acknowledging how crazy everything around them is, how implausible the situation they find themselves in really is. As I said, there is a ton of talent here with the late William Hurt, Paul Dano, Aaron Eckhart is amazing in this show, Taylor Schilling from Orange is the New Black, Michael Kelly, Chris Diamantopoulos, and many others, but the standout for me was Raza Jaffrey, I hope I'm saying his name right, who plays Vinod Chanda, who is a fascinating character, but just so beautifully voiced. All of the performance in this show are layered and emotional, but Raza's ability to carry so much melancholy in Vinod's voice is incredible. I was moved by every single scene that this character was in. The animation itself is great. It's not anything you haven't seen before if you've watched anime, but this is high quality, expressive, very fluid animation. It's a pleasure to watch. I don't have anything bad to say about this show without extreme nitpicking, and generally it's hard to continue talking about this show without getting into spoilers. So in case it wasn't obvious by now, bottom line, should you watch it? Yes, absolutely. Go watch season 1 on Netflix right now. If you want to watch season 2, unless you live in some weirdly specific countries, you're going to have to sail the high seas, which is strangely appropriate for this show. Do not watch the version that someone uploaded to YouTube because those versions are edited weird. You're not getting the original product there. So don't do it. This is a show where I am incredibly interested to hear your opinions about it. So let me know if you've watched season 1 of Pantheon. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below and let's talk about it. Please be sure to use spoiler tags if you're going to spoil anything, which you probably are. And if you're finding Binge Watchers for the first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to join the Binge Watchers channel here and talk about TV with us. It's a lot of fun. And video endings are awkward. What did I used to say? Keep binging, and I'll see you next time.